What's up, everybody? Welcome on into this edition of Warchant TV. I'm Aslan Hajavani, joined by Michael Langston, our recruiting analyst. Use the promo code at the bottom to subscribe to warchant.com. Maybe even subscribe to our YouTube channel in the lower right corner. Also, hit the thumbs up. We do appreciate that stuff. You folks at home will appreciate the following. Michael, recruiting news, because you're here, obviously, and it deals with a position of need. That's in perpetual need, it seems like. They got an offensive lineman for the future.
Yeah, and offensive tackle, actually. I think he will be an offensive tackle. That's kind of Aliou Bah is the guy, and that is how you say his first name is Aliou, how it looks. He is certainly very impressive. I saw him over there at the Atlanta Rivals camp earlier this year. I was very impressed. I think he looked the best when I watched him at right tackle. Very natural, extends his arms really well, really quick feet, and I like the way he finishes blocks. I mean, he's a guy that Atkins and Norvell have been on for a while. He's from Memphis. So, that's where he's originally from, in Memphis, Tennessee. So there was a lot of ties to everything to do with Florida State. And I think Aliou was telling me that, Atkins had been recruiting him for almost 2 years. So they knew each other pretty well. And so he's a guy that I think they've been on pretty hard. But anytime you get an offensive lineman, it's big news around FSU because they don't seem to come around too often. So, I think it's a big pickup for FSU to get somebody to go along that class. You talk about what's going to happen when you get A.J. Duffy. Now you're seeing that, particularly as far as, starting to get guys that are they're national guys. And so to get Bah into the fold is massive news for FSU.
All right, IMG, maybe a little pipeline. That's not a bad program to start building a pipeline towards. What about Bah's game, or do you think translates well to him playing tackle? I mean, he's got really good measurables, it looks like, but anything else that you saw on tape that kind of stood out to you, Michael?
Well, just I watched him, just the way he moves his feet and the way he gets his hands, the extension as far as on pass rush, that's a big deal. I'm pretty sold what I saw on pass rush. I think he keeps his defenders at length very well. And then he moves his body. His feet are really good from what I saw. So those are kind of things that stood out to me. And then he played some at guard, and he seemed comfortable there too. He just seemed the most comfortable when I watched him at tackle. I think it's a kid that kind of falls into the Love Taylor evaluation where you can see Love Taylor playing guard or tackle. I think this is a kid that can play interior or outside. I think he's natural enough with his length and his footwork. Some guys are guards and they're just guards and they don't have the footwork to play that position because you're out on the island by yourself as far as the tackle position. But I think Aliou can definitely do that. I think from what I've seen so far, he seems to be the most natural at the right tackle position. And I think that's where we're probably going to see him start off with FSU. He's going to officially visit FSU on June 11th. He told me that at the Atlanta Rivals camp. Didn't think he'd pop this quick, but recruiting news, you never know when it's going to happen or how fast it's going to go. But I think he's a big addition because he's very popular around other national recruits and certainly around IMG with other kids. So getting him only signifies kind of the direction FSU's going. Obviously, things with Duffy coming on board, it seems to be a national buzz where it really got an upstick once Duffy committed. And I think this is kind of a result of that, where you see guys wanting to jump in. And, Guy told me, he's like, look, when A.J. Duffy jumps on board, with A.J. Duffy in the class, it's really going to change things because he's very popular from a national perspective with a lot of recruits. And I think this is a really good start for FSU, especially at the offensive line position. You can never have enough of those guys.
There you go. 9 commitments now for Florida State in the class of 2022, firmly entrenched now in the top 10 as they are ranked 8th in the Rivals.com team rankings. Michael Langston, thanks for the knowledge. Plenty more at the PRB, I assume.
You got it.